Welcome back, everybody. Harvey Washbangers was a staple in the BRYAN College Station community for more than 20 years. If you needed to do your laundry, you had an empty stomach, it's one of those places that had you covered for about everything.
And while the business may be gone, it leaves behind plenty of memories that have been collected over the past 20 years. Joining us now is owner Michael Laird. Thank you so much for taking the time to come into the studio and speak with us today.
Absolutely. I appreciate the invite.
Well, we so appreciate it. We learned this week that there's the decision of not being able to rebuild the business. Definitely not something that we were hoping, but can you tell us more about kind of how this all came to be?
Well, I mean, this past couple weeks has been an absolute roller coaster of just emotions all over the place. From the very beginning, our hearts were determined to, if at all possible, rebuild and get back up and going. And that was supported by just an enormous outpouring of support from the community. We've been a place that has amazingly been fortunate enough to be there for people when disasters struck in their lives. If they had house fires and they needed to wash stuff, they came to us and we got to be there for them in that really special moment. So to be on the other side of it was kind of disorienting and overwhelming. But ultimately the math was something that once the emotions kind of settled in and we realized, okay, here's where we're at, the math just wasn't something that was justifiable. So
I want to talk about the feedback that you've gotten. When I moved here in 2015, my apartment didn't have washer and dryer, so I went there, and then the burgers were great, so then I'd spend even more time than I probably should have there. And I've seen on Facebook like all these people sharing all the memories with you, and then you had the GoFundMe where people were donating to you. Looking back at the last week or so, what has that been like to see all of that feedback and support and all the memories being shared? What's that been like?
You know, it's just absolutely been overwhelming. We've been just flooded and inundated through social media and through every which way of people reaching out to us. We've had people come in to Stella and grab us and say, hey, if there's anything we can do. I've had my text messages have been blowing up of however we can help, let us know. So that has been incredible. We've all been just having this incredible moment of thinking through all of the crazy stories that have happened in that place over the last 25, 26 years. The amount of memories that are in that building is just unreal. And it wasn't just for us, it was such a communal hub. I remember going there after Bonfire fell, and we all had this amazing kind of group therapy hanging around and talking about it. I remember watching the second tower fall after 9/11, sitting at the bar watching that on TV. I mean, just countless, Hurricane Katrina, Rita, Ike, Harvey, you name it. That was the place where everybody went after disaster struck and you figured out how to put things back together.
Kind of becomes a hub.
It was in an amazing way.
I know that it feels like we all have so many memories that we've gathered over the years, whether it's going there in your college days to grab a burger and do your laundry, or just stopping by these days for a beer or a burger. And it really is this special place. People have been calling it a landmark. Is there a moment that stands out in your mind that you say, wow, this place is really special? Is it something, a memory that stands out to you over the past 20-something years?
I mean, there's been so many over the years. It started in '98. My parents were actually the third owners a year into it because the previous couple owners just had such a hard time figuring out how to make it work. About 5 other Harvey Washbangers, it was a franchise, opened up and all closed up shop. And I'm so incredibly proud of my parents for figuring it out how to make it work and be really special. Because my mom in the back as this volunteer mom where you could go and do your laundry and have a shoulder to cry on, and my dad up front with a handshake and a bad joke ready to go at any time. I mean, it was just the perfect place, and they had this warmth that invited the whole community in and made everybody part of the family. And so when I came back in 2012 to help kind of bump it up into high gear, I had a tremendous foundation to start with from the relationships that were already there. And I think, yeah, the burgers were great, the laundry, it got the job done, but that was really just the icing on an amazing cake.
Yeah. I've got a couple of seconds left, but I want to end on a high note and remind people that you've got Stella Southern Cafe on Highway 6 down in College Station. Any chance we're going to have some of those items from Harvey Washbangers go be available there?
There have been a million suggestions out there. People were asking, are you guys going to run a ghost kitchen after hours or anything like that? That's not going to happen. We will be bringing some of the Harvey's favorites over. You may be able to get a banger burger there starting next week.
Oh,
so keep your eye out for that.
You heard it here
but,
first.
Yeah, my staff okayed me to say that in public. So
awesome. Well, best of luck to you. Stella is a fantastic place if you've not been yet, and I'll echo what everybody else has said. Whatever you need, we're here for you.
Thank you so much.
All right, my friend, good to see you.
Appreciate that.
We're back after this.